Alright, I think this is working. Hey everyone, it's Ren of Actively Nerdy. This here's Woody. Can you say hi, Woody? No, he's not going to say hi. Uh, 14 years old. I guess he doesn't have to. 90 in cat years. But hey, this is feeling sort of weird just because I'm usually typing out and then sending it out to you guys. But I figured I've been doing this 2 months now, so hi, and thank you all for actually sticking with me this long. Uh, okay, I did have some announcements, and now they're going completely out of my mind. So let's do this ad lib, shall we? I have a few things. I have a few things coming up that have been in the works for a while. Um, I've been trying to work on at least one book review a month, but things have been getting a little hectic around here. If it wasn't obvious from my previous month's posts, everything is happening at once, and I can't really stop it. I'm still looking for gainful employment, which will eventually have to change up what day and what time I post, but probably not the day, probably just the time. I'll probably post it at midnight the previous night, in other words, first thing in the morning, and then do an announcement when I actually get off work, when I eventually do get work. So that's not going to happen yet, just keep it in mind. And, well, one of the things that kept getting pushed back was the review on this. I got this around my birthday, which is June 28th, so you know exactly how long it's been since I've been trying to do everything, so things just keep coming up that seem a bit more important. But I'm a huge Atlas fan, and Atlas is known for having really, really long games. So, first 5 hours, see how I like it, and that will be up probably next week. I'm also trying to get through a book review, which is taking a long time, but then again, I have to read an entire book and go through it, and I'm not even familiar with what the subject material is supposed to be talking about. Like, I do play Hearthstone, or at least I did until Battle.net decided to freak out on me, so hopefully I'll get that fixed so I can do something with Hearthstone soon, but I've never really gotten into WoW. I mean, I knew a lot of people that did, but I never really did myself because subscription service, and I am broke. But some of my friends have the fictions, and this is what I'm going to be working on as soon as I can actually get through it. I'm about there-ish, so yeah, there's not been a lot of chance, but I will definitely try. I'm actually hoping to take most of tomorrow when this video loads to read through this and make as many notes as possible. Also, Jim Butcher, the author of the Dresden Files, I just read his latest, and I was a fan, obviously, but I will give you a heads up with that. Sorry, there's going to be some alerts in the background. I try to mute all of them, but yet again, busy and... Alright. Sorry, everything's getting a little more and more hectic by the second. I guess that's something that people don't really tell you about, but... Oh, he's trying to sleep on my post. That's adorable. Well, there's not really much else outside of, wow, it's been 2 months and people have been sticking with me, and even weirder, I've been looking at where those hits are coming from, and if even half of the international posts are real, how did you find me? I don't mean to be rude, but if you're one of my international readers, I can understand people in the US finding me. I'm a nerdy girl based out of the US. I don't understand how I have such a big group in Germany, or Ukraine, or France, or the UK, or Australia, or Croatia, Lithuania. Um, yeah, it's really flattering, and if I didn't mention your country, I'm sorry, but there's a huge list, and I'm doing this off the cuff, and Costa Rica, I think, was one of them. I think. That it's a lot, and I'm really flattered, and I just want to know, how did you find me? Uh, oh yeah, the real reason I was wanting to do this video post, because it has been 2 months, and I know some people do know me because I did talk about launching this a lot while I was still in college, and I've been graduated 2 months now. This should be actually going up, like, I'm recording this on the 2-month anniversary of me graduating college, which means when this actually gets posted, it'll be the anniversary of when I wrote my first post, or at least had it posted and waiting to be actually born. So it's amazing that I even feel like I got this far with at least 20 people coming back every week, and that number's only going up since the Hobby Lobby. Oh, quick note on the Hobby Lobby. There's at least one person who commented, and I'm sorry I haven't commented back yet. I'm really trying to get all my sources together because, well, that's just the type of person I am. If I'm gonna go in a debate, I'm gonna do as much research as possible and go with that. I may have been a bit of an outside source fiend, just a bit. But I will definitely get back to you, and I do read all of the comments, and it might take me a while to get to people, especially if there's ones that are specifically, gonna lead into a debate, and I want to be as prepared as possible. So I do read all the comments, and the weirdest thing that ever happened to me was probably the feeling I got when I realized that my former computer science professor asked whether or not I had an RSS feed. Hi, Sean. Yeah, it's really weird. But I'm hoping to expand eventually. I've been trying to figure out some decent video editing software because I've been wanting to do Let's Plays for a while. I actually started to record them on a different computer. Then that computer decided to bork. So I lost everything that I had done so far, and there was at least 3 episodes completely done. So it's going to take me a bit to get that back together. I've been writing a lot of short stories lately and audio drama stuff. I'm actually working on a project that's had quite a few ups and downs, and that's 1 year tenure of just trying to get written. So hopefully that'll come together pretty soon, and when it does, you guys will be some of the first to know. I'm actually working a lot with Emily Middleton from Relatively Geeky, friends in college, and actually later today we're going to be looking at some furniture just because we think we're going to be moving in together. It just depends on whether or not I can find gainful employment soon. Hopefully that'll work out well, and we've been collaborating on a lot of things, so hopefully those will go well. Special shout out to the Relatively Geeky Network. I love you guys, and you guys are bigger comic book fans than me, which, yeah, it feels weird being able to say that. Granted, you guys are more DC than Marvel. Marvel all the way. And I don't say that because I am a fan of the movies. No, my favorite comic book is The Runaways. And it is amazing. It is so it's so underrated. So if you get the chance, go out and find it. Please, legally. I want them to be able to come out of hiatus, which they have been because 2 of their characters were in the Avengers Arena arc. Luckily they lived. So there's a possibility of them coming back. So hopefully that happens. Where was I? Oh yeah, audio drama stuff. I'm also working on two of my own. not fantasy related, which the first one is. One of them, actually both of them, have murder mystery involved, and if you know me, that's a really big thing for me. Hopefully it'll go well. I'm in the writing portion, and it's like for one, and the character design portion for another, so I can actually get the outline done. Woody, did you just kick me in your sleep? It's okay, go back to sleep. But yeah, hopefully it goes well. Other projects. Okay, I already said the Let's Play. I'm getting into more D&D games, so I'm hoping to record and or do something with that, because D&D is such a huge part of my life. I'm currently in one campaign and waiting for another to come off the ground. I'm trying to research another one just because I play a lot of different systems, and figuring out which ones people are willing to play is a bit difficult, and whether or not people who are fans of the source material, aka I have the Dresden Files one, and there's at least two people who are bigger Dresden nerds than me that will fact check everything I do. Trying to find the right balance of people that at least know what they're talking about and are willing to try, and people that know way more than I do and will call me out on different on discrepancies in the storyline. That balance is having a little bit of turmoil, actually. But I've also gotten a few more of the older settings that I want to check out and see whether or not I can do things with it. I run White Wolf, D&D, of course. I prefer 3.5. I did not get into the beta for D&D Next. If you're out there and you did, I'm jealous. Call me, tell me, please. I want to know whether or not it's worth my time. I wasn't a fan of 4.0. I did play it for a while, and it's definitely easier for newbies to get into, but it felt like WoW on paper, at least from what I was able to tell. And, well, the board games actually it's based on the 4.0 system, and I think it works really well for the D&D board games. I've got Castle Ravenloft, which is probably why I picked up the Ravenloft setting when I saw it on discount. Let's see what I can do with that. Other than that, I just want to know, what are you guys interested in? What do you guys want to see come out? Because I'm always open to taking requests or anything. And actually, I'm hoping to do something a little special, because next month obviously will be the third month. I want to know, what do you guys want to know about me? I mean, I'm a girl. I'm on the internet. At least a slight bit of my political leanings. It's like I sort of follow the Marxist teachings for the economy, and don't jump down my throat and say socialist or communist, because have you read his political doctrine when it comes to economics? He really was a fan of capitalism up to a point, and I think we've reached that point. So yeah, I think we're in that transitional period, but moving on. I'm a Game of Thrones fan. Whether or not I read the books or not depends on whether or not you caught that hint in my post. House Tyrell, all the way. We might not take the throne, but we will be behind anyone who is on it. Yeah, I'm a Tyrell all the way. Let's see. I'm a Dresden Files fan because of this video. But outside of that, you guys don't really know too much about me, unless you knew me in real life, and even then, there's some things that you don't really bring up in conversation. So outside of vital statistics, I'm not going to give you my blood type or where exactly I live unless I actually know you. ask me any question you want, and I'll try to answer it in a video. Like, I want you guys to know me because I think that could be fun, and I want to be connected to you guys as my fan base, you know? Or at least my reader base. You might not be a fan, but you're reading, so I'm really just hoping that I just really want to get to know you guys better, really. Especially my international readers. Like, I don't know where you guys came from, but thank you. Like, I'm currently living at my parents' house, and every single time I see a new country pop up on that map, I have a little bit of a freak out. And my parents are always like, what? I just gotta read it from insert country here. What? How did they find you? I don't know. It's one of those moments, and I really, really want to be able to share part of me with you guys, and hopefully we'll all get along. I think I should get some basic ones out of the way, though. Like, but I don't know what the basic questions would be. Favorite color is green. I like strawberries. Favorite food is cheese. I'm basically going through one of my cousins' things that you should know about a person and just ask them randomly. Oh, but she would ask, what kind of green? Love you, Lyndon. Really do. Actually, that is a good question. What kind of green? All that doesn't look like vomit? I don't know. But, yeah, and I did try to design the avatar on my site towards the top to look like me, and it will change if I get a haircut or look anything significantly different. I'm not planning on getting rid of these anytime soon, so the glasses will stay pretty much always. But let's see how long the hair lasts. How I came up with the name is probably a thing. Truthfully, I wanted something that I would be able to use whether or not I was talking about politics or my geeky pastimes, because I wanted it to all go in one place. Because I might have graduated with politics and government, but there are some times that you just need to back away and go, okay, I need to tune out. Things that have been happening have been going too fast to, no, I don't want to deal with it right now. So having a place for both and not having to, being able to really write what I want is something I was really going for, and surprisingly, Actively Nerdy wasn't taken at all. So by the time I had the idea and had started writing preliminary introduction posts, I swiped that domain up as soon as January, when I knew that I was really going to be doing this. I just grabbed it and I didn't look back. So I'm glad that's going to work. Anything that I do with the Relatively Geeky Network, which is in the talking about, not the actual production stages, will probably just be called Actively Nerd. And it's Actively Geeky. So just because that works out a little bit better than Relatively Nerdy. Just a bit. Just slightly. But yeah, that's how I was able to get the name. I'm specifically not telling anyone where in Ohio I'm at, just because it could change pretty quickly. Currently, small suburb, small enough that when I hear, when I hear a bang, I either have to ask, okay, is that a truck backfiring, a minor explosive, or a shotgun? On this street, it's usually one of the first two, especially because it's just past July 4th, and hopefully they'll get everything out of their systems. Anything else? Well, I'm still unemployed, so no job yet, but if I do have prospects, you guys will know when I get hired, because I will be freaking out. And also will be announcing that the time for updates will have changed. I gave you guys the information on that earlier, and I'm really trying not to ramble, I swear, but this is a bit different for me, and I really want to be able to do this again, and hopefully my video editing software will not freak out on me again. The tech issues at this house are interesting. So, yeah, I really need to have lunch because Emily is getting here sometime soon. So, seriously, guys, email me at activelynerdy.com if you have any questions, anything whatsoever, any comments. If you're international, how did you find me? I really want to know. Other than that, I should be doing another video post in about a month. I think this might become a thing, like once, if I get enough response, once a Saturday, I can give you guys an update in video format. Hopefully find a better location that isn't all backlight. Although in this house it's a little bit difficult when trying to find one of those. Maybe I might actually do it from where I write everything, which, I mean, it is my room. Hi, Woody, are you going to say hello to everyone now? Are you? Look at the camera. Oh, you're a persnickety little cat. Oh yeah, that's Woody. We found him in a wood pile. Thus the name. And actually, just as a heads up, my posts might be a little bit somber towards the middle of the month. It's sort of a big anniversary for my family and not one of the happy ones. So, I might do something a bit special, just because. Just because it's important and it made me who I am, and I really want to share everything about me, including this whiny little beast. That's my hand. Can I have my hand back? I do not want cat butt on my hand. If you want more Woody, I can try. But he's definitely got a mind of his own. And, hey, respect your elders, even if he's technically younger than you in human years. 90 years old as a cat. Wow. Should I call you Grandpa Woody now? Yeah, I don't think I will. Anyways, email me, comment, anything like that. Just get word back to me some way. If you know me in real life and are one of my Facebook friends, call me, email me, ask me anything. I will keep things anonymous if you want to. If not, then I'll use your username or email or just your first name when I go through the video, and it'll be something really simple. I'll probably just have a stack of paper on one side, because my camera thing takes up the entire camera. So let's hope the video editing goes really well. Wow. I think that's everything, and I think I might have spoke too long. I'm looking at the timer now. I'm sorry, everyone. I hope this really didn't take you too long, and good kitty. Well, let's get everything settled before my friends show up and drag me off to parts unknown again. And I'll keep you guys posted up on a lot of my projects and whether or not things will go through or not. So, I know I've been trying to force a tagline, and it's really, really sucking to try to keep to it, but I think it still fits. It doesn't matter what you're nerdy about. I mean, you can be nerdy about a lot of different things. And there's another alert from someone. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, I'm right. I should really get moving. That is my ride. It doesn't matter what you're nerdy about as long as you stay active. Love you guys. Email me.